All right. So, like we said in the beginning, there's a lot of music that came out this week, and we're gonna start with. I think we both agree that this is probably not probably. This to me was the best album that came out this week for sure. Savage Mode 2.
Yeah.
With Metro Boomin, or excuse me, 21 Savage and Metro Boomin. And
people don't talk about how much of an improved rapper 21 Savage is and how improved he got in such a short amount of time.
Listen to me and hear me good. When you have Morgan Freeman narrate your trailer before the album came out, I was like, oh shit. this might be kind of fire. And then Morgan Freeman, he's on the intro, he's throughout the album narrating, which I thought they did it really well, for sure. Before you even get into the music, but of course, the music was incredible. It was incredible, like you said. 21 Savage and Metro, I think there's they got a good chemistry. They got a really good chemistry. And there's not much I can say about this album. The only critique that this is just kind of me and maybe nitpicking a little bit, but some of the hooks I thought were kind of lazy. Just me, but the actual body of work is really, really dope. So he had a few bars in there that are kind of funny.
He's always had good bars. So
he had one bar about he wanted to fuck a girl, but where she stay at, he got beef. So I thought it was kind of funny. And let me just go through a few of my favorite songs. I'm not gonna list all of them, but probably my favorite 3 or 4. Running is fire.
Running was fucking fire.
Yeah. That's how you start a song. And like I said, just the transition from the narration into that song, you kind of set the tone for the album. Glock on my lap. Rich nigga shit with Young Thug. That was like the first kind of, to me, kind of shifting the tone of the album a little bit, but that song is really, really good. I liked it. Many Men with of course, the Many Men sample from 50 Cent. I wasn't sure about that. Obviously, seeing the album or seeing the song title, I was assuming that there was going to be some sort of 50 Cent sample, and they did it well. That shit was good. But yeah, pretty solid album all the way through.
That was it? That was all you like? That was all you like?
No, I'm saying I don't.
Oh.
I give like my top songs.
Okay.
You know, so I don't have to list every single song, but the only song maybe I didn't like, I think "Stepping on Niggas" has to grow on me. The beat in conjunction with the rest of the album. Like I know why that beat is the way it is. It's kind of like an ode to like the.
It's supposed to be like a 90s.
Yeah. So I understand it, but maybe it has to grow on me. I didn't love it in comparison to like the rest of the songs on there.
Right.
And then the honestly, the Mr. Right Now with Drake, I honestly felt like, and I know Drake is usually automatic for features, but I would have rather him have not been on it.
I would rather he had Drake on a harder song.
Maybe a different song. Yeah, maybe not that song.
You put Drake on like My Dog or
yeah,
I don't know. Maybe No Op Left Behind. I could see Drake on anything.
Oh shit, maybe a RIP. Well, RIP Love is
RIP Love.
Because the theme of that or the theme of the song. Yeah, that's right up Drake's.
I think he could have been a better use on something other than the Not So Love song, because that song is not a love song.
And look what happened, Drake. Shame on you. Now SZA unfollowed you because you couldn't keep your mouth shut.
Why did Drake do that?
Come on, man.
Why did he do that?
Come on, man. Keep your business out the streets, man.
That man Drake said I dated SZA back in 08. I was like, whoa.
A gentleman doesn't kiss and tell, and that is certainly not a gentleman thing to do. Shame on you, Aubrey. But my rating for this project is a 8.5.
Nice.
So, what did you think?
I've been waiting on this project for real. If you listen to Savage Mode 1, so off the rip, that intro track with Morgan Freeman talking and the production swelling over him talking, it just felt very cinematic, if that makes sense.
Well, yeah.
This album had a particular atmosphere to it that I think only those two could have did. Like, it had some dark beats on it. Real dark beats. But it worked. And that transition, that intro to that transition into Running was probably one of my favorite transitions I've heard this year.
Mm-hmm.
It was so seamless. Especially if your internet's working good and then it just jumps right. Man, that transition was so seamless. And they wasted no time with the beat. The production on this album was phenomenal.
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
The production on this album was phenomenal.
Yeah. So I know there was I know he had obviously Metro was a big part of that. I know Southside.
Yeah, he had a beat on there. He had Southside, Metro, and Honorable C Note.
Zaytoven was on there too.
Yeah,
as well. Yeah.
The production. I can't say enough about the production though.
Oh yeah. Oh, real quick, the album cover I like too.
Oh yeah, it was a cold album cover.
It's kind of like that homage. Remember we talked about not long ago about. Remember I tell you like those No Limit-ish 90s album covers type of thing. So it kind of gives me that vibe a lot. So I thought it was real dope. Kind of a nice homage.
Yeah, it was. I don't know. I love this album, man. I love the production.
What's your? I
love the lyrics.
What's your standout songs on there?
Stand out. The first 3 tracks. Can we count Morgan Freeman talking? Fuck it, I'm counting it.
Yeah, he killed that shit.
Because honestly,
no, he killed that shit.
Fuck it, I'm counting it. I count the intro and Running as one song.
All right.
Glock in my lap. Mr. Right Now was pretty smooth. Rich nigga shit. Mini Men. I think Mini Men was really good. Snitches and Rats, my dog. I kind of feel the way you feel about Stepping on Niggas. I feel like that beat didn't match the rest of the album. To be honest. No Ob Left Behind. And R.I.P. Love. Said and Done was good too. I liked a lot of tracks on the album. But I like like I said, out of, technically 13 songs, because there's a interlude and there's an intro, but out of 13 songs, I would say I like 10 of them. What did you think about him having Morgan Freeman talk about
Is he talking about 6ix9ine?
Yeah.
I mean, 6ix9ine he not gonna come at Morgan Freeman. You're not gonna come at God.
Yeah, like, but what? Did you think that part was like a really good part?
Yeah, I thought all of his all of Morgan Freeman's narration on there was really good. And I looked at it almost. I mean, obviously I know he's on a rap album, but I almost looked at it like a. It would be no different if he was a movie actor doing a role and talking about he was at a table as like a mob boss talking about snitches and rats with like other actors.
Right.
So it sounded comfortable for him because it sounded like something he would, it's almost like he's like a voice actor in this sense, because that sounds like if it could have very well have been, how they take scenes from a movie and they put on there like their albums, like that. It could have been something like that, but he just happened to narrate it for the album. You feel what I'm saying?
Right.
So I mean, he meshed well. Morgan Freeman meshed well, and I like that they didn't overdo it. Like they had him in certain parts doing narrations, obviously leading the album off. I thought it was dope to kind of have him meshed in throughout the album, but not like excessively.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? So
yeah, I thought it was I don't know. That was good. It was good. I really liked it.
And Morgan Freeman's just cool. Like when people talk about, they have those conversations about, who would you want to narrate your life?
Oh yeah, everybody says Morgan Freeman.
Morgan Freeman, Samuel Jackson's there with a few more motherfuckers. So, but
rating, I give it a 9.
True that.
You put Drake on a banger, 10. You put Drake on just a different song, it would have been a 10.
Yeah.
Glock in my lap. Oh, and something else I really liked about this album, 21 Savage's flow.
Yeah.
he played with his flow a lot on this album, and it worked out. They got in their shit on this album. I loved it.
Yeah,
I'm glad Metro Boomin is starting to come back to the light too.
And not. I mean, I don't want to count Morgan Freeman as a feature because I don't think he's a feature, but the actual music, not a ton of features, which I think is dope. So you only had Drake, Thug, and Young Nudie.
Right.
So yeah,
Young Nudie did his thing.
Yeah, no doubt.
So yeah, there you go. If you haven't heard the album, it's a highly recommended listen. I really enjoyed it. It gets the Pencil Pushers stamp of approval.
Blue Raspberry rating. You took the cherry?
I ate the watermelon.
I couldn't even give it the. I was going to. Don't worry about it. All right. So, yeah, dope project. Let's move to YG. You heard YG?
Yeah.
All right. So
he started that album strong. My
Life 400.
Did you listen to it?
Yeah, I listened to it.
Okay.
And I forgot Bloodwalk. Sorry.
Oh, that shit was hard too.
Now I will say this. I'm not a huge fan of YG, to be honest. I like some songs he's on, but I've never been like a huge fan of YG. I don't know why. Well, I know why. I don't know. I guess sometimes his style is like hit and miss for me. But going into this album, so My Life 400, going into this project, it's pretty good. Didn't enjoy it as much as 21 Savage, but it's a pretty steady project. Wayne went off on his verse.
Wayne went crazy.
on Bloodwalk.
Wayne went crazy.
Yeah, Wayne went off on his verse. Let's see. Rodeo. That's the one that had the How Do You Want It sample with Tupac's How Do You Want It sample. I think that was the song.
Yeah, that was it.
I don't know.
I skipped it.
Yeah, I didn't love that.
I skipped it.
Yeah. Swag is okay. Hate on Me I like. Hate on Me is hard with Lil TJ.
Yeah.
War Scars I really liked a lot. Surgery was so. The skits too, the traumatized skits. I don't know how I felt about those. Is that like his daughter that was on them? But it was just like some of the stuff she was.
That was the part where they were talking about like
the pigs are at the door or something like that.
Pigs at the door, don't shoot my dad or something.
Yeah, like I couldn't get jiggy with that. FTP, which is kind of like
I didn't like FTP.
Yeah.
When it came out 3 years ago.
Yeah.
And I don't like it now.
I mean, it's basically almost like Fuck Donald Trump, like 2.5 or 1.5. But Laugh Now, Cry Later is pretty fire. Yeah, for me, this album was kind of hit and miss. And the songs I liked, I really liked. The ones that I couldn't really care for, I was like, damn, let me just get to the next song. I like the songs that I really liked. I like the production. I like some of the beats on them. And for me, like I said, I'm not a huge YG fan. For me, I mean, definitely not better than his first album, but it's a decent listen. For me, 6.5.
Okay. I'm a huge YG album fan. I never really cared about his singles for some reason.
Mm-hmm.
But I think it's because I think his singles just sound better on whole projects. Because you hear the cohesiveness. So I'm a huge fan of My Crazy Life. It's one of my favorite albums of all time. Still Brazy was great. Then he kind of hit a fall off. Because I didn't like Bulletproof. He disappointed me with Bulletproof. So, and then he had the other one after Bulletproof. I forgot the name of it. And, this almost seemed like a return to form. I don't think he's ever going to go back to making, like, that true West Coast bop music.
Yeah.
Like, you hear pieces of it on this album, like, Bloodwalk. I think he had another one that sounded like that, too. I just don't remember. But, he's always had good production. That's the one thing I'll give him. He has good production. He always has money behind his albums.
Mm-hmm.
And, when he delivers, he delivers. I can honestly say that when he has that song, he has that song. So, you know, I know a lot of people aren't fans of YG, but a lot are at the same time. But, and you know, people always try to compare all his albums to his first albums. I try not to do that because he'll never replicate that first album. He was in a different mind state. He was still in the streets. It was a different ball game at that time.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like, I can't do that. That was a moment in time. Anyway, so I think it's an improvement over his previous album. It's not his best, but it's an improvement.
What songs did you like on there?
Jealous. I like Jealous. I like Bloodwalk. I like Out on Bell. Swag. Hate on Me. Sort of like Thug Cry, but and Laugh Now, Cry Later. So overall, I give it about a 7. It's a good listen. If you're a YG fan, I think you should give it a try. But if you're not a YG fan, it's not gonna do anything to win you over, either. Because you know, like I said, if you weren't there from the beginning, then you weren't there from the beginning. And that's how I feel. That's the kind of artist I feel like he is at this point. So, but give it a try. Jealous is a banger. Anybody will like Jealous. He started off out.
Yeah, I was Jealous was cool, and then Bloodwalk came on. I was like, oh shit.
Yeah, and then Wayne got off.
Yeah. So, but yeah, decent project, and let's go ahead and move on to
Anniversary.
Young Tiller, Bryson Tiller, after the disrespect of an entire fan base, putting out Trap Soul Deluxe.
You think he definitely did that on purpose?
Yeah, he thought he was gonna sneak in there with the whole Tory Lanez, and I don't know what that was about. But he comes out with a project, and for clarity, he has I don't want to say an actual project, but he has an album coming out this winter called Serenity. So this is basically like an anniversary for Trap Soul. So it's a lot of the vibes have that Trap Soul familiarity. The album cover is similar. Instead of looking to the left, instead of looking to the right in red, he's looking to the left in blue with a hat. So I guess Trap Soul for Crips. And listening to the album, man, the first track, Years Go By, starts out pretty solid. Beat is hard. He's getting his shit off. And then I'm not going to do a song-by-song breakdown.
That's the perfect title track name for him, by the way.
Yeah.
Missing 5 years and making your first track Years Go
By. So
that was pretty smart.
That was him coming out the gate and kind of, addressing the elephant in the room.
Nigga,
so
where you been?
Exactly. So I gotta say, man, as a I guess you would say as a filler or an appetizer before, I believe the album that's supposed to come out is titled Serenity. So as a filler / nostalgic vibes from Trap Soul, I like the project, man. It's pretty good. I thought about giving him an apology, but I'm not doing that because you was wrong.
Next album
yeah, exactly. Now if Serenity is fire, then I'll walk back a little bit of my frustration from last week. But yeah, man, it's a pretty good project. The only, again, for me, I like him rapping, man, and I wish he would have kind of rapped more on the project. He does in the Timeless interlude. He starts getting off a little bit, but I would have liked him to rap a little bit more. But he has some really good songs. For me, Years Go By, Always Forever. Always Forever is fire.
That's a great song.
Always
Forever.
And that's what made me almost say like, my bad.
Forgive this nigga.
Yeah, I was
that one song.
I was almost like, yo. And then Sorrows was another one that said I was almost like, all right, man. I may have said some things in the heat of frustration.
I think it's impressive that he sounds like he hasn't missed a step in 5
man.
years.
And that's why I was, and honestly, and I know you're going to give your take on it in a second. Like, I was kind of upset hearing Inhale after hearing all these other songs that are like way better. Like, yo, why would you put that shit out? But nonetheless,
it sounds good with the album to me.
Yeah, I think some people would agree with that. Out of Time, again, another Drake feature. I feel like that's the song that a lot of people. I believe he played it on.
He played on like a Zoom call.
Yeah, before. Yeah. So I think that's going to be one that a lot of people take to. I personally, it's okay. It's okay. I love Keep Doing What You're Doing, which is like a tribute to his grandmother, and then Next to You is a really good song. For me, like I said, this is if you like trap soul, this is a great trap soulish vibe heading into another album he has coming in the winter. So from that aspect, it's an 8 for me as far as the rating.
What if he delays the album?
Not another 5 years. I know that much. But if he delays the album, which I don't look, it's you ain't, what else you doing?
He gonna have to square up.
You ain't doing shit else.
I'm gonna tell him to drop his location.
Shit,
square up.
I know that cap off your head, nigga.
Yeah, for real, nigga.
Hey. Yeah, it'll be next album be Funeral. But nah. Yeah, so like I said, for me, I really like the project. You know, it sounds great. It sounds like I said, he still got it in him, man. That's one thing I did get from it. Like, he still got it in him. So I hope he follows this up on his Serenity project, and I hope I'm blown away. I'm gonna try not to compare it to Trap Soul. I hold Trap Soul in just such high regard, and I think a lot of people do. So when they hear this, of course it ain't Trap Soul. I feel like some of these songs, especially either I'm Ready for You or Times Change, one of those, I'm like, yo, this
Things Change was hard, man.
Yeah, that
was a good song.
Probably yo, he should have slid this shit on there. He should have slid that on there on Trap Soul. But yeah, man, for me, much more better. I feel much better about Bryson than I did last week. So for now, he's out the doghouse.
He's in your good graces.
He's out the doghouse, man. I'm not gonna say good graces, but you know, like when kids get whooped and then like you say, come down here and get some food. So now he can come down and get some food now. So he ain't exactly out of trouble. You know, sometimes you ever get whooped and you think it's over, and then like, no, nigga, you're still grounded. Like, what? What? What you whoop me? What the fuck? But nah. So yeah, man. I enjoyed it, man. Like I said, 8 for me. And what did you think about it?
It was good. It was refreshing to, you know, after that shit he did last week. I felt kind of the same way you felt. You know, he owed us.
Yeah, man.
How dare this nigga drop an album with leaked songs?
The goal.
Like, especially an album that came out 5 years earlier. So, you know, it was a good album. I like the production. He sounds very Bryson-y on it.
Yeah.
And I think that's kind of what we wanted. He did, because he did have the follow-up album, True to Self. And, you know, it wasn't that good. Well, True to Self wasn't as bad as it was, but I think people kind of had a different expectation.
Where True to Self went wrong for me, I know I'm probably beating a dead horse. Number one, it had way too many songs.
Yeah, it was like 20-something songs.
It had way too many songs. And I think that, like you said, I was expecting something a little different.
Yeah. He kind of owed us. So yeah. That nigga dropped a okay album and then disappeared following a phenomenal album. So, you know, I'm glad he took that time to himself because clearly it helped him. Maybe he needed all that time.
Yeah.
Because this sounds like a return to form. It sounds like a nigga that's been hurt. That's what I want. I want hurt Tiller, not happy Tiller.
I like Sorrows.
Yeah.
He started trying to talk some shit like, yeah, I can go out and get niggas too. I can go out and get some girls too, but you know what? Never mind, I can't.
Yeah, nigga, stay hurt, bro.
Yeah. He was like, never I ain't got it in me. I miss you.
It's like when Sierra broke Future's heart.
Oh, yeah.
He went on codeine.
Yeah.
And that's when we got DS2 and Monster and the whole mixtape.
Yeah.
That's the Bryson Tiller I like. I like Hurt Tiller.
Yeah.
So, production was good. I know you say you didn't like Inhale, and I did start coming around to your point of view, but then I heard it in the album and it made sense in the album.
Fair enough.
I don't think it was a good single. He shouldn't have dropped it as a single. I think he should have picked any other song. He should have did Things Change as a single. I think that would have been like
Things Change would have been really, really good.
Yeah, as a single to lead up to this, that would have been the one.
Yeah.
I think he kind of messed up picking Inhale. So, yeah, overall, I really liked it. Enjoyed it. Favorite tracks, Years Go By. I liked Years Go By. I liked I'm Ready For You. Things Change, of course. Always Forever. I skipped that. Sorrows. I gotta listen to Out of Time with Drake again. Inhale isn't my favorite track, but I do like it in the midst of this album. And I like Next to You. So, yeah, I give it an 8.5.
True that.
And, his next album has to be... I think if his next album's like 15 songs, that'll be cool.
You know what my problem is with Out on Time? Out on Time sounds great for Drake, but not that great for Bryson. It sounds like Bryson on Drake's song, which is not necessarily a surprise because Drake usually kind of is, he's the big name on the song, but
right.
It sounds like Bryson coming into Drake's world and not, vice versa.
Yeah, but people tend to do that every time they have a Drake feature. You give Drake a what's the technical music term for it? Like a slowed down beat, and I don't know. It's like a cheat code. It's like what Chris Brown did on No Guidance.
Oh yeah.
When he did the whole beat switch, gave him the slow atmospheric beat.
Yeah,
that's primetime Drake. It's like when artists give Travis Scott features, and then they cater the whole beat to his sound.
Yeah, that's true.
So it's a cheat code.
Yeah. One thing I know, Bryson, he did well with the Bryson. You put Bryson on a reverse sample.
Oh, it's done.
It's a wrap.
Hey, you might as well just name this Bryson Tiller featuring you. It's done.
That shit is over with. When I started hearing this, I said, "Is this shit backwards?" Oh, this shit over with. All right, so Bryson, we appreciate you, man. We appreciate you. We were just frustrated with that bullshit you tried last week. So
yeah. Don't do it again.
Exactly. Don't come with no Serenity shit in 2025 talking about.
I don't ever want to see that again.
Yeah, man. All right, so let's go ahead and move to Giveon.
Is it Giveon or Giveon?
I don't have a clue.
Okay.
I've been seeing this nigga on the little Spotify page, like the Spotify singles page, and I never listened to him until you had sent the text about the project or the EP, excuse me. So Giveon. He is an R&B artist. I don't know too much about him, to be honest, but we are highlighting this particular project, number one, because I think it's pretty dope for 4 songs.
Yeah.
And I like his voice, man. He's a pretty good singer.
Yeah, he's a phenomenal singer.
Yeah, he's a pretty good singer, man. I personally, for me, I feel like there's a lot of like the falsetto-y type of singers, and he's not really that. He's more of like he has a lot of like more power in his voice, and I like the song content. Still Your Best is a great song. It is for a lot of men. I think you should all take the time to listen to this song because this is the truth that women don't tell you.
That they're in your collection.
Listen, and when they allegedly move on, it's not always an upgrade. Sometimes it's a lateral move at best.
Shit, sometimes in their eyes it's an upgrade. It can really be a downgrade in reality.
In their brain they're doing the whole I'm taking 2 steps back to take 10 steps forward. Yeah, I know.
Nah, you taking 2 steps back to take 2 more steps back.
Yeah, I know. Yeah, I know. So, but nah, man. I mean, It's not much I can say. There's 4 projects. I mean, there's 4 songs, and they're all pretty dope.
Bro, that bar on Stuck on You. I can't say I love you no more. Cause my friend's gonna judge.
Yeah,
me. Boy,
I was like, oh man.
I heard that. I was like, nigga, what?
Yeah,
This nigga's he's speaking.
yeah, he talking.
He was talking on Stuck on You, bro.
Yeah, he talking that shit, man.
That shit, that's an IG caption, a bar, a real life quote.
Yeah,
You know, that's something people don't talk about enough, man.
yeah. So, like I said, it's 4 songs. I'm not gonna rate it, but
Yeah, nah.
if you are into some R&B and you need another male voice, I think Giveon. Pardon me if we're pronouncing your name wrong, but it's definitely a dope project. I like it.
Yeah,
And,
this made me. I'm definitely looking forward to whatever else he
if
drops.
this is gonna be a subject matter, I'm with it.
I can't say I love you no more.
Hey.
Come on. My boy's gonna judge me for sure.
on,
my God. What a line.
Hey,
What a line.
keep it a buck. Your boy was a downgrade. Keep
Yeah.
it
Be honest with yourself.
So yeah. Is that it for music?
Yeah, man.